Welcome back to part number 3 and the finale of What If Luke and Leia Were Born Prematurely. Thank you for your great support on the other parts. If you are not aware of those, or are not subscribed, please do those first before watching this video. Anakin had little time to waste with these crafty pirates, but as he tried to formulate an escape plan, he heard the overwhelming sound of Republic low-altitude assault transports, as well as their separatist counterparts. The guards stationed outside Anakin's cell ventured to investigate, and they left Anakin's lightsaber by mistake, lifting it into the air with the Force. Anakin cut off the mechanism beside the door and stepped out, stealthily making his path through the network of corridors to the entrance. The Jedi Knight held his blade to the throat of Hondo, and the pirate allowed him to go, as he focused upon protecting his base. Anakin leapt into the air, landing on top of a Republic gunship, which had been one of many to receive the signal transmitted by Anakin's trustworthy droid R2-D2, and the Council had been quick to send help. The Jedi then elevated himself to a single droid aerial platform, and hitched a ride to the Separatist cruiser, which was descending from the atmosphere. Anakin found that the Force was flowing through him, and all of the droids that dared to cross his path turned into scrap as he finally saw Dooku. The hooded Sith apprentice guided Anakin to a large room, and he saw Padme, Luke, Leia and Obi Wan all in force fields, suspended and looking lifeless. The Jedi gauged the opponent marching towards him, as Grievous began to lead a group of Magna Guards down one corridor. Anakin reacted instinctively, hurling his lightsaber to the controls of Obi-Wan's chamber, and the Jedi collapsed out onto the floor. Summoning his lightsaber from Grievous's collection, he assisted his apprentice in taking out the troubling Magna Guards, before they realised Dooku and Grievous had elevated themselves onto the upper floor. Dooku applauded the efforts of the Jedi, but he was soon cut off by the sound of a set of eerie footsteps. Palpatine entered from a previously uncovered room, and pretended to be under the capture of his apprentice, but before Anakin could mount a rescue, Obi-Wan held him back as he began to remember what had happened after his capture on the planet of Yabana. The Jedi Master had been brought back to Dooku's personal ship, and he overheard a conversation between the apprentice and Sidious, ordering for the capture of everyone close to Anakin, also realising that this was the mysterious Sith Lord that they had been looking for. Anakin looked up at his mentor Palpatine in disbelief, but the kind demeanour the Supreme Chancellor had always equipped had been replaced by darkness that shook the Jedi. Palpatine extended his fingertips at them both, and Obi-Wan yelled at Anakin to roll away before the lightning could strike them, and the Jedi Master cleverly used Grievous to shield the attacks of the Dark Lord of the Sith. Sidious had little use for Grievous now, and saved the energy of the Jedi by obliterating through its creation with his lightsabers. Dooku knew he would suffer the same fate, and scampered out of the room, heading to an even higher level to evade the fury of his master, observing the Jedi trying to defeat him. Sidious lunged at Obi-Wan with all the power that the dark side held, and the Jedi Master still felt the effect of his time in containment, struggling to the floor. The Sith Lord proclaimed to Anakin that this power would be able to protect Padme and her children for eternity, but Obi-Wan accused him of lies. The Jedi had to choose his path, and he picked up a fallen electro staff, then threw it at the combatants, striking Palpatine. The Supreme Chancellor was left stunned and arrested by incoming Republic clone troopers, but from above, Dooku floated to the Jedi. The Separatist leader was about to land on the floor to duel them both, when he is force pushed by Grandmaster Yoda, and then also collected by the Republic clone troopers. Anakin quickly goes to free Padme, Luke and Leia, as well as receiving his own transmission from Captain Rex, asking for his presence aboard a Republic cruiser. Keeping an eye on the condition of those he had rescued, he and Obi-Wan are shocked to see his old Padawan Ahsoka Tano, requesting their help in dealing with the renegade Sith Maul on the planet of Mandalore. As the Sith have been defeated, Anakin goes to the Outer Rim planet with the 501st Legion, whilst his master sorted out the political matter of a captured Chancellor, as well as Anakin's trial. The Jedi Master is adamant that Anakin's love for Padme and her children had swayed Anakin to the path of the light, but in the end, it is the testimony of Dooku which helped not only preserve Anakin's status as a Jedi, but promoted him to the rank of Master. As Anakin continued his journey on the cruiser, he looked to Padme and his children, and felt that at last he was at peace. That is it for What If Luke and Leia Were Born Prematurely. If you enjoyed this What If, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel for more what ifs, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.